Oasis are back.
100%.
They're better than me because you see me. If I have beef like that, I'd rather end up on the streets begging, duvet and pillow outside the storefront or shoe zone, begging for pennies. They end that feud. Welcome, people, to episode.
Where's your hair?
24.
Where's your hair?
What do you mean?
The rest of it.
It's there.
This is natural.
Yeah.
Where's the rest? The ones you paid for?
I took them out, girl. Girl. We'll get into it in the end of the week. Hey, people. Sorry.
Hi, guys.
Real intro now. Welcome
to We Just Got Here podcast.
We are back, baby, with episode 24. Like, I can't believe. In fact, let me stop that chat. I can't believe that we're here because it's part of our routine. But every time we say the numbers, as they get higher and higher, I'm like, bro,
we did it.
We're doing the thing.
We did it.
We're actually doing the thing.
Because we've been talking about this for time, so we did it. Yeah, we're living it. We're doing
We're doing the thing.
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know.
You look like a lizard that was being strangled. Why is your tongue out like that? It looked like it wasn't even like I'm having fun. It's like I'm actually dying. I'm choking.
Sometimes, yeah, I look at some people's tongues, yeah, and I wonder how they get there. Like Cardi B has an incredibly long tongue.
Her tongue is scary.
Her tongue curls up.
It will sliver out like it's a snake and it will do its own movement.
But then
why?
How does that all fit in?
In your mouth. My tongue is really short. Like I can barely lick ice cream. Like that's like that's as far as I can go.
Sure.
As in when I first got my tongue pierced, I don't even know if this is legal. They cut the underneath bit, the webbed bit, because I genuinely couldn't stick my tongue out, so he had to cut it.
So you had to cut it.
Yeah, and my tongue wasn't numbed. No, I'm a real warrior. My tongue was not numbed. I did it in Camden, I remember. My tongue was not numbed, and he cut the bottom and then pierced my tongue. It's like, yeah, your web won't let me, like your tongue needs to come out further.
Oh, so it just pulls it in.
He cut it.
Your body's just
I don't even know if that's legal. Did he mutilate me?
Maybe. That sounds like a bit of a mutilation type of vibe. Anyway, right. We are in episode 24.
Yeah, we're doing it, man. We're here. We're mic babies.
Baby pods. Baby podcasters.
Exactly. I just want to address something real quick. I'm going to apologize if it sounds like I'm not picking my tongue up as someone wanting to comment on TikTok. Apparently, they love the podcast. If you're listening to this,
thank you.
Thank you. But also, can you please not? I wear retainers. I have Invisalign in. The retainer at the bottom row of my teeth has a slight curve to it at the back, which means that my tongue is constantly fighting it. I try and remember to take them out before I record, but in reality situations that I can't because it record for quite a bit, and I'm only allowed to take these babies out for 2 hours, and that's for eating. So please forgive me if it sounds like I'm not picking up my tongue. It's literally being held down by a bit of plastic. Now that that's addressed, I hope the person that apparently loves the podcast but wants me to pick up my tongue can understand that I'm trying. I'm trying, girl. But there's plastic here. So now that that's addressed, we can crack on with the show.
How's your week been?
My week has been good, you know. All right. It's been hectic. You know, we've increased our return to office days to 3 days from 2. So I've been trying to keep to that. Not sure how I really feel about it. But to be honest, I haven't worked 5 days in a week in the office since 2020. So perhaps I shouldn't complain. And I worked for 1 day in the office for almost 2 years. And that was up to 2. Like,
so
8 months ago.
Are you doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
No, so this is what is paining me. They said Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
Everyone started remixing the days. They said absolutely not, because that Friday's not getting touched. So I do Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays.
Okay, fine. Because Friday is horrific.
What?
Why would you?
Fridays! When everyone has their last minute fires and then I have to send out updates and stuff. I can't be in the office.
No.
I can't be in the office. So yeah, it's been good. It's just been a bit hectic, but I'm glad to like have survived it. And that brings me to my L of the week, and it's the reason why I'm bold today, girl. See, sometimes buy the hair yourself.
We mentioned this last week.
Sometimes buy the hair yourself. If you go to a hairdresser and they say they can provide the hair for you, don't do it. Learn from me. So everyone knows, we all know that I got my hair coloured. Absolutely amazing. Love the salon, don't get me wrong. Got a weave fitted in because it's my birthday. I wanted to have some extra length, do something different. The hair started out fine until the third day. And that's when I started to notice that the hair was shedding at an alarming rate. I would find hair everywhere. I would find hair on chooks. I would find hair in chooks, as in I'll be having to yank the hairball out of his mouth. I would find hair in my armpit. I'll find hair in my trousers, in my knickers, in my ass crack. It's bad when you see your ass crack. It was everywhere. I would brush the hair and literally clumps of the hair are coming out. It's like, okay, cool. This is not good hair, but hopefully it can see through to a couple of weeks. Chris, I curled the hair and everything went downhill from there. The hair became one unit.
What?
One lock.
As in it matted?
It matted so much, it became one unit. What? The hairdresser's like, oh, just come in, we'll wash it and condition it, it'll be fine. They washed it and conditioned it. It was fine, it was all right. It moved, finally. Like, it separated from being one unit, one giant peanut hanging from my head. But then, again, I went to film something. I filmed something and I got my hair, the glam team did my hair. The lightest of hairspray. After that, became one unit again. On top of that, it was shedding even the lady that was the hairstylist that was doing my hair was like, oh my God, the hair is shedding really bad. I was like, yeah, girl, don't brush it too much. Like, we're on to our last 5 strands of hair. It just came to a point where I was like, this is ridiculous. I think I managed to have it in for 4 weeks, so I'm proud of myself. But I was like, this is actually ridiculous. That is ruining the quality of my life because it's just blonde hair everywhere. And because I'm so para about my hair being damaged from this colouring, I'm assuming that it's my hair. So it just got to the point yesterday where I was like, Manny, here's the razor. Take this weave out of my head. And because I've also been like trying to work out, woo! Guys, I'm just gonna be real. This is a safe space. I'm assuming it's a safe space. It's just us gang. The smell? Oh my God. All the sweat and suffering for which just gathered in my scalp. I said, absolutely not.
Oh, yeah,
Money was like,
braided in, yeah.
I don't know what I've unearthed, but this hair is musty.
He said, wash.
Musty.
Wash your head. He said, wash your head.
The weave was smelling because you're sweating, you're working out. Girl.
And the products as well.
I said, this is what I've been walking around with. And then on top of that, the products, the sweat, and then the smell of burn. Oh my God. Catastrophe. Even Trix was like, it's my little tray. What's going on here? I shit myself. So took it out, washed it. I used the Red Ken acid bonding shampoo and conditioner. I used the pre-treatment as well. Did the hair mask and everything. Got this Babyliss, it's not a hairdryer. You know the ones with the paddle, the brush at the end, and then you can have the like barrel brush as well. Got that incredibly good. Blow dried my hair, just did that. Slicked it back into a ponytail because I'm like, I'm not gonna kill my I'm not one of them people that if I have a weave in my head, I don't feel like decent. Yeah. I love my hair. So for me, I was just like, why am I even doing this to myself? Like, it's actually not that deep. Yeah. So my L of the week is that bit of I got really bad hair. And it's because I let the hairdresser provide it. What I'm going to do next time, because I actually do like their services, is that I'm going to buy my bundles and get them to custom colour rather than them provide. Because I'm pretty sure what they gave me was Remy, if that.
You said this, yeah.
Yeah, because the hair was cheap as well. I was like, yeah, no. So that's my L of the week, but it's fine, girl, because my hair's shiny and it's healthy. It's not falling out, so we're fine. And then my W of the week, my win of the week is our win of the week. And I'm going to talk about it because it's a massive feat for us. We have surpassed 1,000 followers on Instagram. Guys, let the crowd settle down. We'll put some clapping effects in there. Guys, thank you so much. Honestly, every time I look at the number, I'm just like, how?
Oh my God. It's because I messaged you at one point. I was like, Steph, we're nearly there.
I was like, literally, don't say nothing until we're like 1,005 in case someone unfollows. Yo,
nah, we're so happy.
massive feat. Like, again, if you knew how we were struggling with Instagram, I thought it would take us a year or two to get to 1,000 followers the way we were going.
Yeah.
Like, I rejoiced when we broke 100. I thought, rah, we're going places, we're blowing. To see 1,000 is absolutely insane. Like, the fact that people are engaging with our content. I remember when we used to post and like we'll quickly have to rush to go like the thing.
Oh my God.
So that it wasn't just 0 likes and 0
post
comments.
and go.
Yeah.
We used to do post and go.
Yeah.
It was just like,
it's like, oh yeah, no one's gonna like it anyway.
You really throw something in the room and
yeah,
run
like,
out.
and you just run out, you throw it and then you run. You're like, hey, hide! no one's gonna like it. But now it's like people are engaging with our posts, people are liking our posts, commenting.
Thank you so much. Like, we really appreciate it. We really see it all. We love the comments. We comment back.
We love most of the comments. Some of you need to behave. Some
of you are actually bright. But like, I get it because me and her are also bright.
Well, also bright. We could take it.
We family.
Like, we can actually take it. But calm down sometimes. Yeah? Telling me I can't lift my tongue. Calm down. Okay? You don't know what people are going through. I love using that line, but I ain't going through nothing. I just don't want you to cuss me. Because I can't cuss you back.
Stop it.
But yeah, massive feat. So yeah, it's been a great week. How has your week been? Come up to the podium because I know you're gonna. What was the meltdown?
Do you know what? Most of my week feels like it's been carnival or decompressing from carnival.
Oh yes, talk about that. Give us a recap.
So, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. Costume looked bad.
Yeah, nah.
Costume looked
insert picture here.
Bad.
You look fire.
Thank you. It was lovely, and again, it was a smaller band. I was with a smaller band. I was with my friends a lot, so my friend is part of the band, and it was just fantastic. It was just very. I feel like when you're part of a community, you've grown with a part of a community in the way that I have done in the carnival masquerade community. Obviously, it gets bigger. New people come in because people are getting older. 18-year-olds and the children are now turning 18. But this felt like back in the day. It felt very comforting. I was with my friends a lot. I spent a lot of time at my friend's hotel. A lot of time. Because I got a hotel for it. Only thing I would say, carnival is changing. So the way they do it now is once you've done the route, from my understanding, guys, correct me again if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, once your band does the routes and reaches the end of the route, it's done. Even if you finish the route early, you can't play music, you can't continue. Like, I think you get sanctioned for that. So when we had less bands on the road this year, and we were moving quite quickly as well, which meant we essentially finished our carnival at 4:15. Now, everyone knows we come from, obviously if you're our age, you come from the days where carnival at least is finishing at 7. Possibly we remember it finishing later. So for us, that was a bit like, I've spent a lot of money and a lot of time getting ready to be like finishing at 4:30. But it was still enjoyable. So it's just something that we got to be mindful. I think me and my friends have to be mindful of going forward because we did get on a route a bit later, so we didn't have the maximum amount of time. So we just need to kind of prep earlier if that's to be the case. But otherwise, yeah. So that was my L because we really did finish 3 hours before I expected to.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, but generally a win.
I wanted to chat to you about something because apparently, I don't know what was happening in the news this week. I thought someone had died. But apparently, Oasis are back.
100%.
Now, I'm not saying the mortgage was due, but I know what I would have done if I was Noel or Liam. So for those who have been sleeping under a rock, Oasis are back. Now, I had to research on the beef behind this because I always knew that they had beef. I never knew why.
Yeah,
they
the
had
beef was always spoken about, but not like we knew that it existed, but not the
why.
reason
Yeah,
why.
I never knew what the details of the beef were. So basically, it was all over the news. Like, I don't know why they did it as breaking news. Sky News did it as breaking news. Everyone was losing their shit. People didn't want to post on socials because they apparently just announced that Oasis is back and it's a big event. It felt like when the Queen died. The way this country loves Oasis.
No, it's true.
The way this country loves Oasis.
Malachi was like, "Oh yeah, we should go." I said, "Huh?
For what?"
I hear it. Great music, fantastic. Yeah, but you know,
No, have you ever been to one of those kind of shows?
no.
Okay, so I went to Liam Gallagher's gig that he did with a particular sports brand as part of work. Bear in mind, I'm working on this thing.
She's trying to phrase it.
Probably one of the most racist experiences I've ever had in my life.
Swear down. I didn't expect that.
People were coming up to me, "Why are you here?" People were shoving themselves in front of me in the queue. You can tell what you could. I don't think I need to say what demographic it was.
Yeah.
Made me feel uncomfortable for being there.
I didn't expect that.
Because it's like white dads, innit, who've had a couple of cans before they've reached the gig. So like people are staring me down. People are shoving themselves in front. Like I'm not even visible. Yeah, it was weird. Like, 'cause I don't think Liam is like that, but his fans, I won't be going to that gig.
It's very much, this is England.
It's very much, this is England buzz cut. Like, get out of my country. So, yeah, no Oasis for me. But I did do some research on the beef. So, Oasis currently consists of Liam and Noel Gallagher. So these brothers were basically the frontman of the iconic rock band, Oasis, who we all know because England won't let us forget about it. So they fell out due to a long history of personal and professional conflicts. Their relationship was marked by frequent arguments, often fueled by their contrasting personalities. Liam being the more harsh and outspoken one, whilst Noel was more reserved and controlling. You get that vibe though, because Noel don't really be saying shit. Liam, I feel like Liam's the one that stays drawing people out. And then tensions escalated over time, particularly around issues of creative control, public insults, and volatile behavior. So I've been pronouncing the beef wrong, Noel wrong. Sorry, no. It's not Noel.
It's not Noel.
So how do you spell Noel?
Noel, I think is Noelle.
Mad.
No.
Well, no.
No.
Gosh. So the breaking point came in 2009, just before a concert in Paris, when a physical altercation led Noel to quit. I hate you so much. To quit the band, effectively ending Oasis. Since then, the brothers have had very little contact and continue to feud publicly. And now in 2024, they have reunited to become what once was Oasis and announced a tour.
Can I just say though, cost of living is long.
Yeah, because can you wait until we recover financially? I don't really understand what you're doing right now.
No, I think they might have needed it.
Oh, no, the mortgage was definitely due. Because you see me, they're better than me. Because you see me, if I have beef like that, I'd rather end up on the streets begging, duvet and pillow outside the storefront or shoe zone, begging for pennies, then end that feud. I'm too petty.
That's the thing, yeah. Like, because after a couple years, I'll talk about this later. You have to carry it for your own ego because it's been too long.
It's been too long. This is a way of life now. This is a religion.
This is it.
Me hating you is a religion at this point. I can't put my sword down because my family's looking at me like, now. I've told my kids that you don't exist.
And it doesn't even matter the reason. It's like, just because I committed to this, I can't come back on it.
One thing about me, I'm going to carry a grudge. I don't care. You see this whole, you got to be the bigger person, or like, we were young and silly, like we know better now. I don't take any of that. Once I decide that I'm holding a grudge, to the grave. And I will get my lick back. I can wait
No,
until we're
you
60.
will get your lick back.
I
One
can
thing
wait
about
until we're
you-
60. I can wait until you're in a hospital bed or hospice in your 80s. I'll just come back and kick you with all the strength I have left in my body. Before I finally kick the bucket, I'm kicking your leg. So you know that I died hating you. Forgiveness?
Yeah, you don't
You
do
see,
that. You
forgiveness
don't do that too way.
is a privilege in my world. Because what do you mean I should put the sword down? I have too much ego.
You have so much ego.
Me, put the sword down, so then you now, you have the upper hand. And then when you decide that you don't want to forgive me now, I'm just out here looking crazy. I will blow this place up. I will blow it up.
Now I've been humbled one too many times by that, you know.
Oh,
You know that.
I beg you. I beg you, narrate your story. I beg you, narrate your story. Because this is the perfect example of why I don't put my sword down. This is why the sword stay up. You see that sword emoji? Up. I love it.
So I saw someone the other day, right? And like, I've had not even beef, but you know, avoid this person. They're not great vibes, whatever have you. They're rude. But I thought, cool. You know, I'm in a place, seeing them now. So I'm like, okay, cool. At first, I was like, let's act normal, let's act normal, let's act normal. Then I think they were doing something and I was right in front of them and they kind of essentially ignored me. And I was like, my defenses were up. So I walked away. I said, I don't even have to deal with this. My friends are here. I don't have to deal with this. But then I was like, okay, cool. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. My friends were like, maybe you just got a bit nervous. Do you get what I mean? Like, it probably wasn't that. Da, da, da. So I've come back and I was like, oh, I apologize if I was a bit awkward. Like, obviously, when I'm in spaces like this, social anxiety, obviously, everyone knows I have social anxiety. So they were like, but the way the person reacted to me, like, remember, I've come on a humble tip.
Mm-hmm.
They've come on a, yes, all right, like, okay, why are you talking to me?
Hey,
I
said, their sword was up and your sword was down. You left yourself vulnerable.
I literally said to Steph, let me not humble myself. Because you see what happens when you humble yourself.
The guard needs to be up. The swords need to be clashing. There's no space for forgiveness here. Because what you're not about to do is have me out here looking stupid.
And you know what? Everyone I spoke to about this, they were like, why did you?
You should have kicked him and ran. You should have kicked the man and ran. Because now you went back. He's like, all right. Now he feels like he's got the upper hand. And I know he was smiling to himself after that. Are you crazy? Me put down the sword. I'm flipping the table. What food are you selling? I'm flipping the table. No one's getting anything today.
Oh my God. But this has me thinking, right? Because like, we were talking about, like, you are very good at doing, let me not say vengeful. You're not vengeful.
I am. Revenge motivates me way too much.
No, it really does.
It's terrible. And I'm willing to say that is a bad character trait of mine. I want revenge. You know how they say let go and let God? I'm holding
I
on
do that a lot.
and I'm handling it myself. And if God wants to tag team and tap in as well, cool. But if not,
no, you're really
all
on.
guns
I will
blazing.
deliver.
I'm delivering the war. I even saw a tweet. I saw a tweet the other day that summarized I was like, this person understands me. Let me get that tweet because this one rang in my soul. It's going to come up on the screen too. Just got revenge on someone who wronged me 6 years ago. Never be relaxed ever. I'm coming. Let me tell you something.
So don't sleep.
Don't sleep.
Don't sleep.
I'm coming. You see me lay low for years. I don't mind delayed gratification.
You live off that as well.
But one thing about me, I'm going to get my lick back. It could be tomorrow. It could be in a year's time. It could be in 20 years' time. And if I don't get my lick back, best believe, if God takes me before I can get my lick back, my children would have been trained on who the enemy
I'm
is.
sick of you.
So that they can come
I'm
and
so
get my lick back
tired
for
of
me.
your existence.
Nah. Listen, guys, I'm not saying this is good. It's terrible.
But
it's
she
terrible.
lived by it. She lived by it.
You know what I mean? What do you mean by that? That's me all day. Because what did you mean? What did you mean by that? Because in my head, if you insult me, you're insulting my entire family. You're saying that you're not scared of my dad. You're not scared of my mum. You're not scared of my husband. You're not scared of my brothers. You're not scared of my sister.
We spoke about that because someone did this to you. Someone did this to
And
someone
I
you loved.
finished
And you
them.
said,
Because that means you're not scared of no one.
she did.
You're calling my whole family pussy.
God.
So now we must rise up. But do you know where I get it from? I get it from my mum. My mum's the same. Oh, don't try and deprive my mum of an opportunity to clap back. It physically pains her. As it increases her high blood pressure. She's like, when she needs to go, she's like a pit bull on a leash and a chain. Like, she needs to go. She needs to go. And don't make the mistake of even slipping a bit and letting go of the restraint, because she will go. She'll flee and she will disrupt and ruin. And she'll sit there in the ruins with the flames going up. I did that.
She'll be like, I ate.
But do you know what it is? I've clocked. I feel like the kids that were taught, yeah, if someone hits you, hit them back. I feel like they're the ones that grow up to have a problem with forgiveness. Because I was the kid that was taught, if someone hits you, get your lick back. And now I'm in adulthood and everyone's telling me...
You are getting your lick back.
Everyone is telling me to be mature and let go and let God and forgive. I'm like, my daddy literally taught me to beat people if they beat me. Now all of a sudden I have to be mature and sit quiet and be like, it's fine. No, it's fine. We can just move past it. You know, we're all adults now. I'm getting my lick back. Even if I say that to your face, just know there's a plan. There's a plan. I will stay up all night.
Do you know what's so hilarious? It's because we're really like yin and yang. Like, I don't know how to get a lick back.
You don't. In fact, sometimes I have to step in and get the lick back for you. I literally have to step in and get... You've moved past it. I'm still flogging the person. I'm still flogging the person. You're like, oh, that's fine. I'm there like, I saw them yesterday. And I looked them in the eye. I made sure they saw me. I gave them the look. And I walked past. I don't have beef with the person. They ain't done nothing to me. Because they done something to you and I know you ain't done nothing back, I have to now do it.
I just can't. So I was thinking about this, like, pettiest things that I don't forgive for. Like, I was like, okay, I'm petty. I'm the queen petty. Like, I'm so petty.
You think you're petty.
Steph,
Your petty is kissing your teeth. Quietly enough so they don't hear it. But loud enough so you know you did it.
Or like not following back.
Yeah, oh, I didn't follow them back. These times they followed you a minute, unfollowed you a minute after they realized that you weren't following back. You're like, Steph, they just followed me and I didn't follow back. I just don't need that in my life. I don't know why they're here. Really don't get it. Don't understand. No,
That's my
that's
face.
I don't understand why they're here. Really don't get it. Don't understand. Why would I follow back?
Oh my God.
That's your ultimate revenge. Like, that's what's paining the person.
Remember, it took me years to start blocking people. It took me.
And if someone unfollowed you or blocked you, yeah, the way you dwell on it, these times you don't like the person. Both of you are enemies, but the way you would dwell on that block. Steph, they blocked me, but what could I have done? Maybe because you're enemies?
Yeah, word.
She did something to you?
Word. We don't like each other, but I'm like, why would you
Like, Steph, no, but seriously, that why would Steph, is she still following you? Just check.
What could I have done? What? How could I have been better?
You man have been beefing for years.
Oh my God. 100%. Like, I was, when I was thinking about this, I was like, no, I'm the petty.
No.
Like, unless you've cheated on me, you've tried to belittle me in character, not to other people necessarily, but you've tried to bring down my own self-esteem or try to set me up. Those are the only reasons why I think I really don't forgive. Otherwise, I'm just like, it's carrying too much.
Why would someone try to set you up? Who's got a bounty on your head?
Girl, we grew up in Newham. People try to set me up.
Have they?
You were there.
Who tried to set you up? How did we escape if I was there?
No, you weren't there. So remember when I was, how old was I? I was like 15.
It's all, you see that period of our lives? I just don't understand what we were doing. Because why were we so young?
We were so young. We had the photo shoot. Remember Jean's photo shoot? Jeans and blazer photo shoot?
For what?
I don't think... Girl.
Was I there?
Yeah, you were styling it.
I started it. I've been doing too much. I can't even remember that.
You styled it. And then I was getting calls on my phone by Lord Voldemort at this point. No, because the best is Lord Voldemort.
You see people that were born wicked. You see people that were born with a black heart.
So Lord Voldemort called me and was like, what? Show people my yard, yeah? What? You show people my yard, yeah? Come. So I was like, obviously I didn't show nobody this person's yard. So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I remember we was having this, obviously pride though, because I've had pride from days. So I'm like, no, I haven't done that. So I'm going to go and tell them like, what am I shook of? I'm not shook of nothing. So, and like he essentially hotted me. And I was like, what are you talking about? But it turns out it's because people from my area that knew that I was... Now we're really talking about our experiences and where we come from. Jesus. People from our area that knew that I was going out with Lord Voldemort already didn't like him. So when they ran up in his yard, I think they ran up into his yard, they said it was me.
Oh!
Rather than the actual person.
I remember this.
Yeah.
That's like, why are you in it?
I was like, what the hell? And it's the person that did it later on said, oh, it was me. I was like, you could have got me in serious trouble. Like,
he could have got you killed.
He could have got me killed. Because that person is literally Lord Wicked in his soul.
He will do it.
100%. And I was like, what on earth were you thinking? Why would you do that? That's horrible. It was so horrible. But yeah. So that's the person I've never forgiven.
They really did have a bang on your head. Sorry. Why do I forget these things? You know what? I just try and delete.
No, he's ugly as well.
Some parts. Yeah. You know what?
Because it's like, the thing is, especially back in the day, like, you know how these kind of situations can play out with boys in itself.
And he knew.
Right.
He knew. He didn't mind that happening to you.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm happy I beat him up in KFC. There you go. That's why I'm happy I beat him up in KFC. I will never regret that.
But yeah, my point being, those are the reasons why I don't forgive. And then when I thought about it, I was like, they're not petty. Because I was like, yeah, I'm the petty queen.
Like, no, those are serious things. Like, people are really after your life. Maybe you shouldn't forgive them.
What? Because my go-to is to be like, it's okay. They go, and this is the thing. Stephanie and my other friends will call me the benefit of the doubt queen.
Someone can hold a knife to her neck, but maybe they're going through things. Christiana, they're trying to kill you. When you were getting robbed by your friend, literally, it took time to convince you that perhaps they're stealing from you. Maybe she really needed it. Couldn't she have asked? She stole.
But this makes me think, right. Am I soft or am I quintessentially British? Because think about it. British people are known for like their stiff upper lip. So is that what I just...
Nah. Yeah. What you're going through is a different thing. What you're going through is a different thing. It's like on the edge, like on the border. Like, say this is Russia and China, and Russia was pussy, and China was confused. You're literally on the border. You're like,
Mongolia.
Mongolia. You are Mongolia in this situation.
Like, which one are you, babe?
Which one are you, babe? Because sometimes it's like we have to break it down to you. I'm like, no, but what part are you not understanding? The part when they stole the money? Or the part where they stole the money? It's your one is just too, but maybe it's good, and maybe that's why like we are the duo, because it's balance. Because me, I can decide
you burn
that you
everything down.
disrespected me because you didn't put a comma in your email to me. I'm like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that full stop? What do you mean by, you see the full stops? What do you mean by that full stop that you just put in that text? Because none of your other text messages have a full stop. So are you trying to be sassy?
Or when someone doesn't respond back to an email.
When someone doesn't respond back to an email. Because what
like,
do you mean by that?
Something like that.
Because just know that a no now means no forever. No response means a no. And I don't want to see you come back and say, oh my God, so sorry, girls. I want to pick this up. Oh, can we pick this up now? No, we can't. It stays down. It stays down. Because what you're not going to do.
I might pick it back up.
Nah, I'll delete before you see it. I'll delete it before I'll boop, bye. What? Bye.
No.
Bye.
Me and Steph gets the shit before she even smells
Report
that. I can smell
as
it.
spam. Or I'll go back today and report that email just as spam. We don't want to hear from you.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'm very much like, my personality is very much, the game is the game. Like, it's all right. You know what I mean? Steph is like,
this is
want
my
to play?
game.
You want to play?
This is my game. I need, even Manny the other day, he told me that his friend, I started a podcast.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I was like, oh, okay. That's what I said. And he was like, no, it's like, obviously it doesn't mean anything because
he said, before you start playing
there's another country. I was like, yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it like competition. But then when he said it, I was like, wait, hold on, what do you mean by that? Because why did you say yeah, but they're in a different country? So you're assuming
that we're on par. We're on par.
That I would compete. Therefore, now it's a competition. Thank you. Me and competition.
You will find any excuse to find competition. Oh my God.
If any excuse to find competition. There's people that I have marked as competition yet that are way out of my league. As in, I'm never going to get there. But I don't care. I mark them. So everything they do, I feel like it's a response to me. Because what do you mean by that?
Oh my God.
What do you mean by you just hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube? What are you trying to say to us?
So you said it's Bell?
What do you mean that you're doing a live show? What are you trying to say to us?
Oh my God. But I've got a question for you. Do you think, based on the Noel and Liam.
Noel. No.
You know Noel is a girl's name as well. Yeah, that's a joke.
Who said no? No.
They're not, aren't they?
No. Who says, yeah, I'm going to name a child? No. No. No.
But I don't think it's an English name though, babes.
Okay. No. No. Like, it doesn't even sound like a name. No. It sounds like a sound that a cat would make. No.
Why is your lip doing that?
I'm trying to say no. I'm also trying to pick up my tongue because it said don't pick up my tongue. I'm trying to pick up my tongue.
You're rattled.
No, because don't say that. I love the podcast, but this lady needs to pick up her tongue. Are you crazy?
Her name's Stephanie also.
My name's Stephanie, first of all. And I'm wearing retainers because I've got Invisalign.
That's what you hear.
I don't understand.
But do you think we get more forgiving as we get older?
Not me, boy. Did you just hear my whole rant? I'll say I give more grace to my friends now. Because I used to be a really strict friend.
Did you?
I could say I used to be I'd cancel friends without even telling them. I used to be a really strict friend.
Why do I not know that?
Because grace has saved you. Grace has saved your ass.
Well,
I've learned in life that love means accepting the whole person. So even their annoying parts, even the parts where you're just like, that is part of them. And if I love you as a person, I love the good parts, but I must also love the annoying parts, the parts that I'm like, because I love you. So that is where the grace comes from.
Okay.
But that is reserved
for all of 3 people.
Wait, that is reserved for close friends and family. The rest of you, man, chopper.
And the thing is, Steph has like 5.
Yeah, I've got 5. But I'm proud of myself because I used to be a really strict friend.
Oh.
Like, I'm sure if I had the same mindset that I have now, back in the day, I'd probably have more friends. Some people may have survived the cut. But now I'm at a place where I'm like, shit happens. People are going through things. Life is real. Don't take it personal because there's text messages that I haven't replied to in over 2 weeks and they see me posting for the podcast every day. But then man know Steph's the type where when she needs to lock in and chase her dream, she needs to lock in and chase her dream and no one should take it personal because she just can't do loads of things at the same time anymore because now when I was younger maybe I could, but now I've got family, I've got this I've got a full-time job, a very demanding job. I've got this to focus on. Like, there's so much. And if people are finding grace in me where I respond 2 weeks later and they're still continuing the conversation like nothing happened, then I need to be able to find grace with them as well.
That's true. I also do think that, just because you said that, and I've said this before, I believe we start to see a lot more insecurities at this time in our life more than ever.
Yeah.
Like our friends' insecurities, I find some can really be on the table a lot.
Yeah.
Just because of the space that we're in and what the expectations are of us. And so I think sometimes we need to have that grace a bit more, because the way the insecurities were showing themselves in the 20s are not the way the insecurities are showing themselves in their 30s.
Yeah.
Like people are really like, because it's do or die now. Do you get what I mean? For some.
Doesn't mean we're dickheads though. So calm down. Deal with that insecurity though. Because some people, they'll be like, oh, I'm insecure. And they'll use that as an excuse to be a bad, haggard troll on your wedding day. It'll be those bridesmaids that want to do little small things to ruin your day out of insecurity because I'm not married. I don't care. I don't care. I really do not care.
No, Stephanie would be flogging people because I'll be like, it's okay. It's okay.
With my dress, I'll flog you with my bouquet in the dressing room. What do you mean you want to act up on my wedding day? I'm flogging you with my bouquet. Then my mum will come and finish off.
Your mum will finish off.
My mum will come.
I will take it from
into the room. And what?
Don't worry.
You want to misbehave on my wedding day? Don't even be scared of me. Do you know the madam on top of me? The madam that all the men in my life fear is who you want to play with. And the thing is, my mom's but when she's angry, she moves fast. My mom is sweet, but when she's angry, she will zoom across that room. Don't play with her. At this big age, I still threaten people with my mum. I'm telling my mum.
By the way.
I'm gonna tell my mum. I still tell my mum till this day. That's a threat. And it's a legit threat. Because anyone that knows.
I love that.
If my dad hears, I'm telling my mum,
simmer.
I actually really need to be careful how the narrative that I will give my dad on this podcast. Yeah. No one will respect him.
He's just minding his business as well. Minding his business and his children and his family.
And I'm just here ruining the man's ego, tearing it down piece by piece. And if you see him, you'll never guess that's the man I'm talking about.
I love that for you. But yeah, so this is what I was thinking, yeah. Because I at first thought, okay, yeah, we do get more forgiving when we get older. Then I realized absolutely not, we don't. And because there was always this thing when you were young, like adults knew what they were doing and they were the wise ones. Like your parents were wise. Like, and when I say wise, they're more considerate. They are thinking about things more.
Huh?
See, when I bucked up on adults as an adult, I said, you're all mad.
Everyone became even madder.
Word. 100%.
And I just had more audacity to also display my own madness. Because I'm like, if you're going to be mad, I'm also going to be mad too.
Why am I changing?
Now, I'm taking it even more personally. So, because I'm thinking, I'm a big woman and you're not shook to move anyhow with me. Which means you're not scared of my mum. You're not scared of my dad.
Took it far.
You're not scared of my husband. And you're not scared of my siblings. Which means you think we're all pussies. So now I have to defend myself. So you know we're not the one to mess with. So when you see my husband, you see my mum, you see my dad, you see my siblings, you cross the road.
Stephanie really thought she's Napoleon. She's like, yep.
You know what?
I'll lead a battalion.
Let me tell you something. God knew what he was doing when he didn't born me a man who could potentially lead a country. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. In the press conference, you know, in the UN conferences, where someone's like, what do you mean by that? Because Morocco, what do you mean by that? Because we weren't even checking for you. But now that you're chatting, because I was talking, I don't know when you got involved. What did you mean by that? Because my hand is hovering over the red button.
I'm sick of you.
You're going to have to give me a decent answer or everyone's going to have to answer.
But think about it, like kids, kids will, like, you'll steal their toy, right? Or like another kid will steal their toy. And then by lunchtime, they're friends again, right? They'll cry. And then it's like, by lunchtime, they're friends again. Adulthood, you can steal an adult's piece of chicken, and then, man, because what happens is, we'll have an argument. And from then, that argument, someone will say something wild. And from that, then someone will give them a look, or they'll what's the thing? Subtweets, indirect.
Indirect. And
Right.
then it becomes like, what do you mean by that
Right.
moment?
Then you're not talking for months because the person's too rude. Then it's been years that you lot haven't talked. Then your ego comes into play. You've been bonded by this not talking, as in you've been bonded to not talking them for years. And so now you can't go back on it. Even though it was from them stealing a piece of chicken.
Oh.
Because
And that's how it
our
starts.
ego will claw us. Our ego will say, so you want to be the one that backs down? You
can't. I'm not putting my sword down. And that's why I can't. A lot of friendships that I've have not discarded, but a lot of friendships have ended in my life. I can't reconcile with them because I'm not putting my sword down, brother. And even if you put your sword down, that's not to say I'm going to put my sword down.
Yeah, game.
Because I might use it.
Game.
I might use it. Because now you're just vulnerable and out here. I'm like, I could really get my lick back. So we can't reconcile.
No, we're really fighting a child here.
No.
See, when it came to adulthood, we said...
It's fighting 24/7. I think the pettiest reason why I've not forgiven someone, you know what? My brother.
What?
My brother, there was one time, this was when I was back in my mum's house, I had these, so basically we had Chinese the day before and I couldn't finish my food in it. So I was like, I'm going to save my prawns in the fridge. I'm going to reheat them in the air fryer so it still has the crisp. Went to work, came back, I was driving,
thinking about it. You know when you're planning
prawns.
it, it's just like, oh.
I go to the fridge. The space where I left the container, empty. I'm looking at all the shelves. Stew, beans, okay. Milk, okay, butter. Where's the prawns? I'm like, say ain't so. I know someone didn't eat my prawns. I'm like, who has been in all day? I see this little rat. He's not even a little rat, all of 6'1".
Yeah, he's huge. He's actually very tall.
Little rat wandered down the stairs. Oh, what are you looking for? I was like, the prawns I left in the fridge. His face immediately dropped. I said, no. I said, Junior, don't tell me that. Don't tell me you did what I think you did. He was like, I'm sorry. I thought it was Mum's. I'm sorry. I said, you ate my prawn. He was like, I'm sorry. Do you know what I did? Every time my mum came back from shopping, yeah, any of the good bits, I don't even necessarily need to like it, but as long as I know he likes it, I'll take it and I'll hide it. I would hide it so well, yeah, that even up to when I was moving out, a couple of years later, we were finding shit that I hid. Expired shit that I hid behind my mum's fine china, like literally random places I was hiding shit. Because I was like, if I can't enjoy my prawns in this house, you're never going to enjoy anything here. Custard creams, hidden. You ain't getting that shit. Oh, you like those cornflakes? Gone. Eat the wheat a bit.
No, you're actually wicked.
Eat the wheat a bit.
You're so wicked.
It came to the point my mum was like, just stop hiding things. Because it came to the point where I was such in the habit of hiding things. I would even hide my own stuff. And now I wouldn't be able to find it. So now I'm trying to look all over the house for the food that I hid as well.
Because there's food that you like in there.
No, because there's food that I like in there. Because I'm not going through this again. Once you show me that you don't have any control and I cannot leave my nice things around you, I'm going to hide it. Till this day, I hide shit, you know.
You don't even live with them
I
anymore.
know. Till this day, I hide shit from Manny. I hid something this morning. He tried to follow me around to see where I put it. I was like, get out of the room and let me do what I need to do. One thing about me, I'm going to hide it. If I love it, if I cherish it now, I've got into the habit where I have to hide it. Coat pockets, jewelry boxes, cardboard boxes.
I can't
under Chucks's bed. Everywhere. In Chucks's bed, under the blanket. Everywhere. Then I will find it like a few months later. Oh my God. What, I lost
Look, a treat.
A treat. Trauma.
That is 100% true because you have no need to do that now.
Nah, because everyone's just, I'm not going. I knew how my heart sank that day.
He said never again.
When he said, I thought it was Mum's. Even if it was Mum's, is it yours?
No, but there's things you can get away with your mum. I get it. There's things you can get away with your mum that you can't get away with your sister.
Oh no, me?
No, that's why his world draw. That's why his
because
world.
we're both alone in the house. And I'm not too old to chase him, you know. Up until the last day of me being in the house, I chased that boy up the stairs. I chased that boy. Mom! Steph's chasing me. I'm like, I'll go to my mum like, do I look like I'm chasing you? As old as I am. I'll turn around, give my brother an evil face. They're like, come on, can we just all be real here? I'm at his age, mate. Somebody that I'm 8 years older than. Why would I chase him? These times I was running up those stairs.
Oh my God.
But anyway, shall we move on to Reddit question of the week?
Yes.
Right, so in the theme of pettiness and not forgiving, I found this really funny thread on Reddit. And basically the question is, given the general British stance on the non-confrontationalism, what's the pettiest thing you've ever done to get your quiet revenge?
I told you. I'm just British at this point. I'm just English.
Someone said, one of my colleagues was being treated poorly by someone else in our office. So he put a wireless mouse in the back of the guy's computer. Whenever they had an incident, he would spend the rest of the day slightly wiggling his mouse about. The guy would get enraged at his computer. It was fantastic.
That is brilliant.
That is so British.
That is so fantastic.
Because it's like, it's subtle
like a
enough
little win
to not be offensive, but impactful enough to be annoying. It's like an annoying itch that you can't really reach. Like you can't really get in trouble for it, but it still ruins the person's day. It's very British.
Do you know what? I love those like petty things. Like, see if like you constantly kept like, okay, so see when you have a pair of socks, if you were living with, say you're living with Manny, yeah? And you wanted to get at him, you just wet the sock, one sock, just wet the one sock and do it for loads of pairs. Seriously.
I hate a wet sock.
Because that inconvenience.
I hate a wet sock.
That will rattle you through the day. And it's such a small thing.
It's such a small thing.
It's
the small things that rattle me. Or like leaving the floor wet, knowing that I need to poo. That could ruin me.
Yeah.
That would ruin me. Like wetting both the floors in both bathrooms, there's nowhere for me to go. I'll drive to my mum's. But just know it's wall from there.
You know, because some of those little things make you irrationally angry. Like I have this with bleach. I can't stand the smell of bleach.
Oh, same.
So when I smell it, like, and obviously my partner really clean. Like that's his first thing to clean with. So I've had to kind of do down. But I remember in my parents' house, I would smell it. Wow.
Sorry, I'm hungry, guys.
I would smell it and my anger would go from here to, like I'm on smoke. I'm like, why?
It smells like garlic to me. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, it smells like garlic to me.
So another response was, I once ate a piece of someone's jigsaw because they'd been annoying me for hours. All right, you're unhinged.
You might be worse than me, actually. No, I wouldn't eat it. I would hide it though.
Yeah, hiding it, eating it.
Why
is
would you
unhinged.
eat it? You hated the person so much. You said, I want to make sure you never find this piece ever in your life.
Do you know how long that has to sit in your mouth for? Jigsaw.
No, I'm guessing it's the paper one, so he would have chewed it.
Paper?
Oh, jigsaw's can't get the paper ones.
Yeah, but they're cards. They're card paper. They're hard.
Oh.
They're not, it's not like cardboard. It's like reinforced cardboard. It's like if you know.
Yeah, it's like really, really thick. Oh, child. I don't know.
So that's got to soak.
You know what category you're in? You're in the same category as the babe from last week that was wiping herself with her husband's towel.
100%.
You two meet up for coffee.
Unhinged.
Have lunch together. Someone also said thank you to someone that didn't as they walked through a door I held open. I let the guilt eat away at them inside. That is so British.
That's a me response.
That is so British.
Thank you.
I hate when people do that to me because how do you know I'm about to say thank you?
Well,
you're too eager. You didn't do it
you missed the
out
moment.
of the kindness of your heart. You did it to stroke your own ego. Because why do you need a thank you from me now?
Because I did something I didn't have to do. Just be polite, manners.
But now you've messed up by being rude. Because you didn't. I may have been waiting to get through the door first to say thank you.
You know what does that though? Because the thing with Britishness is there's like durations for things.
It's true.
Right. My previous next door neighbor had 2 dogs which barked constantly all day long. I was working nights, so I couldn't get any sleep. I bought a dog whistle, set my alarm for 3 a.m. and blasted that whistle, and his dogs went apeshit, waking his whole house up. Then I put my earplugs back in and went back to sleep.
This is me.
That's wonderful.
This
That
is me.
is wonderful.
And I will set that alarm and rise up at 3 a.m. every day like it's a job. Grab my whistle, polish it, and blow.
Can I just say, there's something beautiful about when you get into your I don't give a hell moment. Because you see that vim that you can carry, you can do anything.
And it allows you to be so creative. Creative.
You will do anything. Nothing's too hard.
You're just so creative with the pettiness. Because that is beautiful.
That is fantastic.
That is beautiful.
That's what I want to be like.
Oh, God. No, I love that. And then last one, I rolled my eyes once whilst I stood in the queue. That showed them.
That's a bit of me.
You. That's you. You never do it to their face, but behind their backs, at the back of that queue, yeah. Yeah. And you roll your eyes with your whole body, so you'd be like, just look at him like, yeah.
I didn't even know that about me.
You literally like, when you're trying to be rude. That's you. That's your peak rudeness.
You've known me for too long.
That's your lady danger.
You've known me
Bad
for
girl.
too long.
Bad girl. When you do that, you're pissed. You're pissed. Should we move into Reddit realness?
Yes, let's go.
Right, Reddit realness. My marriage is falling apart after a failed threesome with my husband's best friend. I'm not a sexually adventurous person. I admit that. After 20 years of the same thing, my husband wanted to spice things up. My husband wanted to try out the experience of new people. Our first threesome was with a woman we both knew and was very sexually open. She was a former co-worker. It was for my husband's birthday. It was fine, even if it wasn't my cup of tea, but I kept waking up with flashbacks to the event months after. Then it was a threesome with a man, and my husband suggested his best friend Z. I didn't have objections, but maybe I should have. Looking back at it, I wasn't ready to be the center of attention. The first threesome was easier because I didn't have to participate much and I could just withdraw and let my husband and the co-worker do their thing. Okay, sis. This one was just way too much and in my face. But I tried to put on a smile. After a couple of minutes of foreplay, my husband needed to take a break because he hadn't eaten and told Z and I to continue while he grabbed a snack.
This is just foreplay, by the way.
It's giving trend.
This is just foreplay.
And you need to get a snack.
He hasn't even... What sweat have you worked up?
He
It's just
needed
foreplay.
to get a snack. Okay.
It's giving cockhold. It's
Yeah,
giving...
it's giving fetish, babe. We continued, but Z suddenly asked me if I was okay. I just started crying and he immediately stopped what he was doing and asked what was wrong. That only made me cry harder. I felt really ashamed and embarrassed and overwhelmed, and I couldn't articulate why at that point. He helped me clean up and put my clothes back on and just hugged me until I felt better and more calm. Z asked me again what was wrong and asked if he made me feel uncomfortable, and I had to explain that it was just overwhelming with having 4 hands on me and being with someone else other than my husband and having to see him with someone else and sleeping with a friend, and I just was not ready. My husband came back later and joked that he missed the action and if I was ready for round 2. Z told him that I wasn't ready for anything and that it was a bad idea. They ended up having a back and forth about when was a good time and I barely remember what was said. It's been a couple of months since that and my husband and I have agreed no more threesomes and he's apologized that it was a disaster. I feel guilty about being attracted to Z. My husband's... Some people just walk into their problems because no one sent them. My husband has always been slightly insecure if his partner prefers Z over him since his first girlfriend tried to cheat on him with Z.
So you signed
why would you do that?
So you said, I'm insecure about my friend, but hey, come fuck my friend.
Let's have a threesome. Maybe, maybe the threesome was a way to placate his feelings and make him feel more secure that I wasn't going to do that. But I harbored no attraction to Z before the threesome. But I can feel our marriage crumbling. I keep having flashbacks to him and his co-worker, and I keep remembering Z comforting me while my husband made stupid jokes about round 2 and missing the action.
Don't be dumb.
Why would people just
be
walk
dumb.
straight into their problems?
Because she said, this man is here being emotionally intelligent and you're here making dumb jokes.
And you're here with your plantain crisp making jokes about round 2 after getting tired from foreplay.
Read the room. It's true. Did we even get into the sex?
We
Did we
didn't
even
get-
get into
We
the
didn't even
sex?
get into the horizontal rubbing. And you're already tired. You said you have to go re-up on energy with your plantain crisp. Girl,
After foreplay.
I think, one, don't allow lust to trick you.
But I don't think it's lust.
But
I feel it's the fact that she felt vulnerable and because remember, she's felt vulnerable across this whole period of time from
but
the
she
very
hasn't said
start.
anything.
Yeah, she hasn't said anything. That's on her. Accountability on her there. But this is why I'm saying it's not lust, because if she hasn't felt comfortable and now like she feels like her husband is putting her in positions that she's not comfortable with, someone else has been able to feel it.
Yeah.
He hasn't even been able to clock it. She didn't say it to him to
Yeah.
start off with. He just read that. So for her, it's like, my husband, that's supposed to be my person, isn't clocking these things. This man who's not has all of a sudden read my emotions, has been able to be, again, emotionally intelligent to read the room and say, actually, I don't think you're completely comfortable here. This one's too selfish over here because he's just thinking about busting his nut. So he hasn't at all thought about how she's feeling, even though she's showing all the same signs to both of them.
True. I feel like, one, firstly, she should have just spoken up from the very first time if she wasn't comfortable. I know it's actually quite common for women. I feel like in a lot of situations where a threesome is initiated, usually comes from the man. It's usually for his birthday. Usually the woman's on the fence about it or isn't too comfortable about it, but she does it anyway to please the man. If this was the other way around, men have too much of an ego. Ask a man to have a threesome with you and another guy.
Leave. They'll
leave.
leave.
We need to be more strict. So what I'll say, sis, is cool, really think about it. Speak to your husband. Let him know how uncomfortable he made you feel. Try and figure out if this is a fetish of his, because it sounds like it is.
Sounding like it is.
And then you can make a decision from there. I'm not necessarily saying that you should leave the marriage, but you guys definitely need to have a conversation. Now, your feelings for Z, I feel like that's just lust. He made you feel comfortable in that situation. You were vulnerable, etc. You are more attracted to that idea of him with the actions that he did rather than himself. And I think, yeah, you should really kind of reconsider whether it's attraction you're feeling or if it's just a craving to feel safe. I don't think you're attracted to Z.
You ate with that one.
I think you are attracted, you have a craving to feel safe, and your husband doesn't make you feel safe right now because he's putting you in awkward positions.
Then you have to think about what he can do to make you feel safe, or if he's even capable of.
Exactly. Have a conversation with him. Really sorry that was really uncomfortable for you. Some people love it. Some people don't. Most people can't handle seeing their partner with someone else. Most people can't handle being in that kind of situation with their partner as well. So I totally get it. But yeah, definitely make a point of speaking up for yourself. Sometimes we tend to shy away from like sticking up for ourselves out of fear that it makes us look
prudish,
boring, or you go like offend the other person. But you must understand that you are also in this relationship and you must also be considered.
As well.
Exactly, it's your body. You have agency over that. Your husband doesn't own that. You do. I hate that whole thing of I'm married now, so my husband owns my body. No, my body's mine. And also your sexual health as well. So definitely make sure you're having a say, and definitely make sure you're doing only what makes you feel comfortable. Because now, I think now you've realized how uncomfortable he's making you in terms of putting you in those positions. That's what's making the marriage crumble.
But also, I think part of me thinks the marriage was in the pits of hell anyway, for the fact that I think you've been with the man for 20 years and that man isn't able to read. And don't get me wrong, okay, I think when he's not able to read that you're uncomfortable, but more so, he doesn't know the way you communicate discomfort. Because really, after 20 years, you'd be very comfortable in saying, actually, I don't like this, I do like this. So it, like, to me, and again, I'm just jumping to conclusions from what she's told me, it feels like he didn't care. He just wanted what he wanted. And regardless of if she felt on the fence about it or not, because after 20 years, he would have known that, he still said, I want what I want.
I feel like, but also, to be fair to him, he can't read minds in it. Like, if she's saying yes.
But 20 years, you know your partner, you know how your partner moves, you know
fair enough, but like, we can't leave everything down to body language. You have to sometimes you have to open your mouth and communicate.
True.
If she's like, yeah, I'll do this for your birthday. If he's suggesting she seems like she's down, can't really blame him for assuming that she's down.
Fair.
That's
If she
where
said
communication
yes,
must come
yeah.
into play, because you can't just rely on body language. Otherwise, you end up in situations like this where it's like, I'm uncomfortable, but I'm not saying nothing.
But Steph, also you can tell in body language, like, sorry,
Yeah.
because the fact that his friend clocked it means it was obvious.
I hear it, but at the same, like, I'm trying to see it from both perspectives. At the same time, she hasn't opened her mouth to say she's uncomfortable. So
benefit of the doubt wise.
I'm trying to be fair in that sense. Like, sis, communicate.
Yeah.
For your own betterment, communicate so you don't end up in these situations.
Yeah.
If you're not comfortable with it, it's just your body. You have agency over it.
Yeah,
speak up.
You got to kind of say.
You've got to speak up. But I hope you figure it out. But yeah, definitely have a conversation with your husband. And please don't let this feeling of being safe trick you into thinking that you have feelings for Z. You probably don't. You just appreciate that moment in which he made you feel safe. Cool. Shall we do adult finds? Cool. My adult find of the week is this gorgeous, gorgeous clutch that I came across from Zara. I'll pop up on the screen somewhere, but I've been trying to get more clutches for when I go out, so I don't always reach for a bag. And I have a few, to be fair, but this one was really nice just because it's a bit slightly more oversized. I love an oversized clutch because it means I can fit some slippers inside if I'm wearing heels.
That's useful.
Yeah. And it's got like a really unique handle. It's really nice. So yeah, that's my adult find of the week. It's definitely on my wish list. I'll probably get it within the next couple of weeks.
It's very you.
Yeah, but I wanted to put guys on. It's giving Cult Gaia. So if anyone likes Cult Gaia, you like this. It's like unique. It's like a statement clutch. So you can, again, wear the plainest of outfits and just give it a little oomph.
It's gorgeous. My adult find of the week is Hotel Chocolat, Fire and Ice. So
they should sponsor you at this point.
Have I done Hotel Chocolat before?
No, but in your personal life, off the pod.
Yeah, because I get.
It's
I really do. Like, it'd be the gift I'd be given. Oh yeah, because we went out and I got everyone Hotel Chocolat.
Do you know what though? That pistachio one slapped.
Did it?
Oh, I enjoyed myself. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
I forgot to thank you for that, but that banged.
I want to give people goodie bags whenever we meet up together. I might do another one for our next meeting, which we need to plan. Anyway, Fire and Ice. So essentially, yeah, it's a brilliant sensory experience. So it's dark chocolate, and inside it has like this layer of mint, but also this layer of habanero chili. So when you eat it, you get the sensations of both minty freshness, coolness, and heat in the back of your throat from the chili. It's great.
Why does it sound like you're eating abaniki? I don't even know if that sounds enticing. It just sounds like.
Should I get you one so that you can try it?
No.
I'll bring it next week, and then we can taste.
Just get me the pistachio one. If you're gonna go to the store, I don't want the fire. No. Actually, no, bring it. Let's try it on the show.
Try it. Make great content.
Anyway, and that brings us to the end of episode 24. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know what time it is. It's time for me to beg. So, if you are listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and you enjoyed this episode, please give us a 5-star rating. Please. And on Spotify, you can now comment on podcasts. So feel free to leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Can you forgive? Are you petty just like me? Is it war forever? Or do we eventually need to drop the grudge? Let us know your thoughts on Oasis coming back. On the Reddit Realness as well. What do you think the lady should do? Was the husband in the wrong? Was she in the wrong? Is he really that fine to be even reconsidering your marriage? Let us know your thoughts. We would love to hear your thoughts. We read all the comments, etc. If you are watching on YouTube, now YouTube, like I said, we are on the road to 1K, 1,000 subscribers. Please, if you enjoyed this episode, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also comment. Let us know your thoughts as well. We'd love to hear from you. And for socials, right, let's start with Instagram. Please, if you enjoyed this episode and you just need a dose of daily banter on your timeline, on your feed, follow us on We Just Got Here Pod on Instagram. We Just Got Here Podcast on TikTok and WJGH Podcast on Twitter. Did I leave anything out?
No, you've done Spotify, you've done YouTube,
I've begged for everything.
you've done TikTok, Insta, and Twitter.
Okay, so that's my begging round done.
Yeah.
And then if you would love to follow us, if you want to see more from us throughout the week, you can find me at Steph Chigbu on Instagram and Twitter. That's STEPHACHIGBU. It will come up on the screen. TR, where can they find you?
So on Insta, I'm Tia Honey Roberts. On the rest of the socials, I'm on Miss MSTIA
Is Tia Honey Roberts not available on the other platforms?
Maybe.
You should look. Maybe easier, I don't know.
It might be easier.
But yeah, thank you so much. I will see you next week.
We love you. See you next week, guys. Bye.